I have to start this video off by saying that LeBron is a monster. What he's doing is unprecedented. He just scored 47 points on his birthday, came back, scored another 40 piece. I mean, what did he have? What did he have tonight? Let's look. Let's look at the box score. 43 points. He was 16 to 26 from the field, 11 to 15 from the free throw line. 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. The team is starting to gel a little better. Granted, the Charlotte Hornets are not a good team, but they just beat us because we're not a good team. We just have one of the best players ever, if not the best player ever, on our team. This is turning into, like, instead of a Laker account, this is turning into like a LeBron Stan account, I guess. Like, I'm mind blown by what this man is doing on the floor. And I think we should all be. I think we should all be not taking this man for granted. There are a lot of people out there that hate on this dude. And it makes no sense to me. He's a family man. He cares about people deeply. He's corny. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a lot of redeeming qualities. He's goofy. He's funny. You know? Like, he's amazing on and off the court. And he's still doing this at 38 years old. Like, do you understand how crazy that is? I don't think people are processing what is happening. He is one of the best players in the NBA. He is. He is one of the best players in the NBA. He's not some guy that's like washed up. It's not Vince Carter at like 40 where, like, you know, that dunk where he was about to dunk and then he just decided to finger roll. Like, LeBron had like a reverse windmill dunk this game. He had multiple lobs. Like, he is getting high up in the air. Like, this man is doing crazy things at the age that he's at. And, like, I still can't get over it. And we as Laker fans are getting screwed by her team. The only, like, thing I can think of why a trade hasn't happened is because Anthony Davis will not be available for a very long time. Like, it may be a season-ending thing. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. And LeBron's just out there doing what he does. It's funny, like people said he was washed. Like, he started the season off, you know, he said he was sick. Like, he had like some back strain. He started the season off a little shaky. People were like, oh, he's done. No, man, this dude's not done. 11 out of the last 11 games, he scored 30 plus, except for one of them. 2 back-to-back 40s. He's insane. There's so many things you can say about this man. But as a basketball player, there's not 3 other players I'm taking over him in a playoff series. I will keep saying that. I think he might be the best player I would take in a playoff series. You know? Either him, Giannis, or like it's like him, Giannis, Steph, Jokic. Like, those are like the guys that are like at the top of who I trust in a playoff series. Everyone else is inconsistent. Everyone else is inconsistent in this league. But those guys are... Actually, Anthony Davis has never had a bad playoff series until he got hurt. He hasn't been in a lot, but, like, I think he's... If it wasn't for, like, the game that he tore his groin or something and he came out early, like, he would be, like, a career 30-point-per-game scorer in the playoffs. Like, he actually has ridiculous playoff numbers. But those are, like, the top 4 guys. And, like, I think they're kind of interchangeable depending on what team they're playing. Like, you know, like, it just depends. But they're still at the top for me. And LeBron is still at the height of his powers. Like, this isn't his league anymore. Like, I wouldn't say it's his league. But, like, it like, low-key kind of is. Like, Luka's taken over. Like, what this kid's doing is insane, by the way. I don't know if... whoever follows this account, if you're just a Laker fan or an NBA fan, like, what that dude is doing is insane. And that man needs help. And that's all I'm going to say about Luka. He's just an absolute unit. These European players are coming out of the woodworks, man. Kobe Bryant said a long time ago, he goes, they're going to start taking over the league. He said this, I think, 15 years ago. Something like that. Like, he predicted it. He said that European players were going to be taking over the league, and they have. Look at the last 4 MVPs. They've all been, I mean, it's Giannis, Jokic. Those are the last 4 MVPs. And I think the one before that was Harden. You know? And the next MVP is most likely going to be European. It's either going to be like I'm assuming it's Tatum or at the moment it's either Tatum or Luka. And if Luka can get his team to a third seed, like he's definitely taking the MVP. Only thing I could think of why he wouldn't is because of voter fatigue, you know, because the media sucks. Like, you know, the whole Steph doesn't have a finals MVP thing was like an argument which was so dumb to me because it's like these awards are like voted by random people that like say the dumbest things that half the time don't know what they're talking about. Like you see the list of like who voted. It's like, who votes Andre Iguodala for finals MVP? That I'm getting off topic. Either way, the Lakers can be a very good team. LeBron James is very good at basketball. If Anthony Davis comes back soon, this team is doing something. This team can get on a roll. This team can start winning games. If we take care of the teams we're supposed to take care of, like we shouldn't have won against the Hawks. Like they kind of are a better team than us. It's just LeBron's absurd, you know? And our team played well. The team's actually starting to play well. Like Troy Brown Jr. is hitting his open threes. Like he can't hit a three contested for the life of him, but when he's wide open, they're kind of going in. Like he's hitting his shots. You know, Patrick Beverley the past like 3-4 games has started hitting his threes. Like this makes a difference. Like I know the whole term gravity, like I know it's a Warrior thing and like Warrior fans talk about Steph's gravity, but it's true. Like there's a difference between players that can shoot and players that are known as shooters. And I think people get that confused. Like you're not defending Patrick Beverley from three because he can hit an open three. But you're defending Klay Thompson, right? Like even if like you're gonna like even now like you're defending Klay Thompson, like you're still gonna defend him like he's one of the best shooters in NBA history or the second best or third best wherever you put him. You're still gonna defend him like that. You're defending JJ Redick, you know. You're defending JJ Redick like that. Like there are certain players you defend a certain way, and there are people that shoot that are known as shooters, and there are people that get defended like they are shooters. I needed to reiterate that. We don't have anyone on this team, right, that gets defended like they are a shooter. Nobody. And we haven't for the vast majority of, like, LeBron's tenure, to be honest with you. Like, Danny Green had gravity, right? You know, KCP, he had gravity. That's why we were so dominant in 2020, just because LeBron played point, which that's just who he is. He's a point guard at heart, you know. Like people say he's not a scorer, he's a scorer, right? But like he's also Magic Johnson. He's also Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and he's just like he's just like a mashup of a million players. Like he's everything in this game. Right? You can't put a label on what he is. Like, I hate when people say, like, he's a pass first guy. No, the dude's a scorer and a passer and a rebounder and a defender. You know, like, he's everything, right? Like, those are the best players that are in this league, you know? Like Steph Curry, like, he gets knocked on for his defense, which in past years, it was bad. Now he is I'm not going to say he's, like, an elite defender, but he's a good defender. Like he still gets targeted, right? Because he's small, but like the dude holds his own because he's smart. If you have smart players, like you have more of a chance to win. Austin Reeves is a smart player. Like Russell Westbrook came in and we started losing the game, and then he gets hurt, and Austin Reeves starts taking over the playmaking duties, and we start winning the game. Like we blow the game open. Austin Reeves, man, I can't say enough about this kid. He is incredible. He is an undrafted second year player. An undrafted second year player. LeBron was talking about him in the post game, and he's only going to get better. You know, like the dude couldn't hit threes last year. Like he could hit them, but he was usually short, right? So he got in the weight room. He got better over the year. Like the dude takes his craft seriously. We found a diamond in the rough. These Bus brothers, they're doing something different back there. well, back there in that office. That's the only part of the Lakers organization that I trust. It's literally the only part of the Lakers organization that I trust is our scouting department. They find people. Kyle Kuzma, in an interview recently, said that 20 NBA teams, when he went to the Combine, said he would be picked in 50 or 60 range, right? And 10 or 11 teams said he'd probably go undrafted. I think it was in Draymond's podcast. We picked him in the late first round, right? Look at what he's doing in the NBA right now. Look at what our past picks are doing. I mean, Lonzo Ball's unfortunate, but look at Brandon Ingram. Josh Hart is a contributor. Like, he is a contributor. Like, he's a starter on teams. Like, he would be a starter on this team, you know? Like we find people late in the first round, in the second round. Like, Max Christie is a good player. That dude has defensive instincts. And, like, he's hitting his open threes. He's just young and skinny and gets targeted. But, like, regardless, like, we find diamonds in the rough, man. You know? We needed this win. We really needed this win. We actually, in terms of, like, our road trip, we were 3-2. Like, that's not terrible, right? Like, that's not a terrible road trip. You know, you're on the road and you go above 500 on the road, and that's a decent road trip. That's just the fact. We need to keep winning games. We have the Hawks at home. I forgot what other team we're supposed to play, but we're a good team. We have a good team in here somewhere. Just certain things need to happen. That $47 million guy that's on the bench that we have to cater to and make certain lineups to make better needs to get off this team. And if we can't get him off this team, we got to do like little tweaks here and there, because we need a legitimate shooter. We need someone who's scary. We need a Luke Kennard type. Like, I need a guy who can take 10 threes and shoot 40% from three. That's what we need on this team. Who I really want is Bogdanovich. That's like my, if somehow we can get Bogey, if we could get Luke Kennard, if we can get Kevin Huerter, like they're like those type of players. Like, we need a player like that, and this team looks completely different, right? Like, you're not putting four people in the paint. Like, you're not leaving a Luke Kennard wide open anywhere on the floor, right? Like the way that our guys get defended, like LeBron and AD get defended, is disgusting. It is. It's disgusting to watch, and they still make magic out of it. They are absurd at basketball. LeBron is absurd at basketball. Anthony Davis is an absurd basketball player. He would have been an MVP running and Defensive Player of the Year running until this injury, and he still can, right? Like, if we go on a fucking 20-game winning streak, like, who knows? Like, who knows what happens? But that's all I really have to say now. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. You know, it would mean a lot. And, you know, we won. Let's go. Go Lakers.